Command Performance, USA, the greatest entertainers in America, as requested by you, the fighting men of the United States Armed Forces throughout the world. Command Performance, presented this week and every week till it's over there. Okay there, gang. We're saddling up and hitting the old Command Performance trail that leads to all AEF battlefronts and battle stations around the earth to spend a half hour with every one of you fighting men and women of the United Nations. Your big show, presented by the Special Service Division of the War Department, makes tracks out of the USA, led by that lad with the upturned nose whose name turns up in thousands of your letters to Command Performance, that head man of the AEF Giggle Factory, old High Horn himself, Bob Hope.
Thank you, fellas. This is Bob, Command Performance Hope, telling you guys out there that if we all dig in and plant our victory gardens, we'll soon catch the Axis with their plants down. Yes, sir, I've got a wonderful victory garden in my backyard. The soil is so fertile. The soil is so fertile, it doesn't wait for me to plant it. Every morning knocks on my door and says, well, what have you got for me today? And I want to tell you, my garden is coming along fine. Some of the corn is almost up to the weeds. And I know I'm going to be very popular with my victory garden. I no sooner got it started than 3,000 bugs lined up with their ration books. My girl helps me with my garden. She's wonderful. She's got big buck teeth. She's the only girl I know that can carry on a conversation and hoe the garden at the same time. Well, let me tell you that spring here in Hollywood is wonderful. Ah, spring. Mother Nature has united all her children. The birds, the flowers, the bees, the trees, they're all one. Everything else is 1A. Spring in nature, it's wonderful. I asked my little nephew if he knew about the birds and the bees, and he said, sure, I know all about the bees and their honey and the birds and their honey and the cats and their honey. I said, wait a minute, cats don't have any honey. He said, then why does ours stay out all night? But this spring weather really makes you lazy. This morning a blonde walked down the street, and I closed my eyes, and I imagined I was chasing her. And my brother's so lazy, God bless you. My brother's so lazy, he just holds a toothbrush in front of him and watches a tennis match. But believe me, this year, with the war going on, things in Hollywood are really different. Last week there was a baby born out of Lockheed. He wanted to be near his mother. But the women out here have been wonderful. They're giving up silk stockings, long skirts. The girls are even taking the rubber out of their girdles. Now they're all out for defense. And believe me, it's no snap. But this girdle business even affects the... Want to work on that a while? But this girdle business even affects the sailors down at San Diego. They're waiting for shapes that never come in. And fellows, they got a new regulation for women now. They say that women in war industries can't wear sweaters anymore. But I don't care. I've got a good memory. Anyway, now to the more serious business at hand. You know, poor old Sam, the Command Performance mailman, started walking on stage and slipped down a banana peel. It took a load off his feet, but leaves us to pick up letters from Corporal Jimmy Lodge in North Africa, from Art Morrow at 980, from Dr. Leo Disraeli at Navy 212, the gang at 24, Don Garrett and Adolph Friedman at 927, and from Yankee Doodle Pythian over there in Bristol, England. Tucked into all this mail like a notice from Morgenthau is a note from an Australian on Lord Howe Island. And he says, Lord, how you Americans have murdered that lovely song, The Curse of an Aching Heart. Please get your best baritone to sing it for us, and with no monkey business either. Okay, Aussie, here's one of America's finest baritones, Lee Sweetland, and The Curse of an Aching Heart. No monkey business, Lee. There you are, Lee.
You made me think you cared for me, and I believed in you. You told me things you never meant, and made me think them true. I gambled in the game of love. I played my heart and lost. I'm now a wreck upon on life's sea. Alone I pay the cost. You made me what I am today. I hope you're satisfied. You dragged and dragged me down until my soul within me died. You've shattered each and every dream. You pulled me from the start. And though you're not true, may God bless you. That's the curse of an aching heart.
Thank you. Thank you, Lee Sweetland. You know, Jerry Colonna sings that number, too. The only difference is when you sing it, a lot of you goes into it, and when Colonna sings it, it takes a lot out of you. But, fellas, get a load of this next letter, signed by Private Speed Tinsley and the artillery gang at 948. Dear Command, we have been beating our widow heads against the wall. Who wrote this, Tinsley or Red Skelton? Who did it? Anyway, we've been beating our widow heads and hoping you'd give us that crack train, the daylight, highballing through Glendale, California, with that big electric horn wide open. Okay, Speed, and you guys at 948, here's the daylight, rolling through Glendale and heading for Los Angeles. There goes the daylight. And now all you Easterners, watch out, for here comes the 20th Century Limited. Speed also asked us to imitate the call of the gray sea otter during the molting season, but Out of the Otter has the no disturb sign out. Well, gang, a lot of you ask Command Performance for your favorite songs, and I know I really should sing more than I do. But you know how it is. They make me introduce train whistles and tell jokes. Fundamentally, I'm not a comedian. I took up comedy as a hobby and because I like to eat, too. But my real talent lies in the field of music, and tonight I go back to the field. What a thrill. All over the world, the radio is turned on, Hope turns on the voice, and Crosby turns off the radio. As I begin my concert tonight, I will be assisted by a fellow who writes songs, Johnny Mercer, and a little girl who sings, Judy Garland. Well, welcome, Judy Garland and Johnny Mercer.
Bob, that was certainly a swell build-up for yourself.
Oh. Well, I was just kidding, Judy. Gee, you know, this is a great thrill. Just think, Johnny Mercer, who writes the most famous songs, and Judy Garland, who sings them. Command Performance gets so many requests for Johnny Mercer tunes, I thought we might roll down our sleeves and do a few off the cuff.
Well, thanks a lot. I'll sit down here and listen to Judy.
What do you mean, Judy? This is going to be a trio.
Are you kidding?
Oh, no, come on, boys. Let's add a little of that Mercer music. Johnny, you remember this one? Garvey and some Jungle Mutters are crazy about it. Skylark, have you seen a valley green with spring, where my heart can go a journey?
Oh, that's swell, Judy. And Johnny Freddie Eldridge and New Delhi and Rankin Roberts and Chung King would like your old tune, Lazy Bones. How's that go again?
Well, I thought it had gone. With sand and gravel, it goes about like this. Lazy bones, sitting in the sun.
Boy, this is typecasting,
How
too.
you expect to get your day's work done?
Good.
Well, Bob, if you're so smart, how can you answer those four Joyzy boys at 859 with that Mercer tune, I'm an Old Cowhand?
I thought you'd never ask me. I'm an old cowhand by the Rio Grande.
Oh, he sure is.
And the dirty land, and the dirty land.
Sorry I wrote that number.
Yeah, so much jealousy in every racket. Oh, Judy, another Mercer hit. A hit with Watkins of Italian Oaks in 867. Dearly beloved. Dig a bit of that one for us, will you?
All right. Dearly beloved, how clearly I see. Somewhere in heaven you were fashioned for me. Oh, Johnny, how does your tune go, that eeny meeny?
I almost forget that darn thing. Something like, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch your troubles by the toe.
How did Mo get in there? Is he the agent? How what?
Gets 10%.
How about Stardust, Mercer?
Well, I wish I'd written it, brother.
Oh, Johnny, you've written practically everything but Stardust and Ave Maria. And how about numbing us with a bit of your Pardon My Southern Accent?
Pardon my southern accent. Pardon my southern drawl. It may sound funny, but honey, I love y'all.
Would you mind trying that, just eating one waffle, old boy? Drop that ham and a chicken and a tortilla.
Oh, well, why don't you do a Mercer Hope duet and take a favorite of Harold Bogan in the U.S. Naval Hospital? You must have been a beautiful baby.
Oh, you must have been a beautiful baby, baby. Oh, baby, look at you now.
Drop the net. And Judy. And Judy, how about that Mercer tune for Corporal Larry Ovington at 957 and his girl Betty in South Orange? I'll remember you.
All right. I'll remember you. You're the one who made my dreams come true a few kisses ago.
You know, I begin to feel the lack of an orchestra.
I know, but we shouldn't break this up until we get together on one of Johnny's most famous numbers.
You can't ruin nothing but my reputation.
Well, what's the tune, Judy?
Strip polka. 1, 2, 3.
As a burlesque theater where the gang loves to go to see Queenie, the cutie of the burlesque show. And the thrill of the evening is when out Queenie skips, and the band plays the polka while she strips. Take it off, cried the Lord.
Get him off!
Get him off, get him off.
Get him off! Grab them man, Johnny, look, while you... Wait a minute. While you and I take out across the alley for a quick one, Judy Garland will get command performance back into the convoy. The orchestra and Judy, and I never knew I could love anybody, honey, the way I'm loving you. Do it, Judy.
I've been running in circles while playing a game of pretending. I didn't realize I wasn't wise what love could do. Now I'm facing a future that hasn't that one happy ending. And I'm a fool, I guess, to confess it all to you. I never knew I could love anybody, honey, like I'm loving you. I didn't realize what a pair of eyes and a baby smile could do. I can't sleep, I can't eat, I never knew a single soul could be so sweet, 'cause I never knew I could love anybody, honey, like I'm loving you. I can't sleep and I can't eat, I never knew a single soul could be so sweet, 'cause I never knew I could love anybody, honey, like I'm loving you.
Garland. And Johnny Mercer, thanks very much. You know, I'd like to see you again about 9 minutes before the end of the show. Next, fellas, we're striking out for Asia to call on the Asia Miners. And moving on to Mel Inners with an aircraft company at APO 824 and calling Mr. 5x5 Benton at 650. Hello, Barbara at 17 Mill Lane in Essex, and Sarge Gregory at 853, who sends love to his wife Butch in Sayville, Long Island. She must have a steak hidden somewhere. And Carl and Topper in the Bomb Gang at 762. Regards from Patricia Foster to Jimmy Papa at 860. And from Ginny Sims to Jimmy Hasty and friends at 853. For all of you and for Rocky Castanola and buddies in England who say cheerio, pip, pip, and see you back home in the pool room at 44, it's another command performance for Lee Sweetland singing the Lord's Prayer.
Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever.
Thanks a lot, Lee Sweetland. And taking a gander at the old Dr. Miles calendar, the small print says warm weather, lilacs, and lilies. And the big blue numbers say we're in the general neighborhood of Easter. So let's shine our shoes and call on that fairest of Easter flowers, pretty little Judy Garland. Come on, gang.
Tonight, Bob Hope and Judy Garland present a stirring one-act playlet about Easter entitled, With Meat Rationing, It's Very Tough to Get Easter Rabbits, but with Hope around, you don't have to worry about the eggs. As our play opens, we go back to Mr. Hope's youth, where we find young Robert on the way to his girl's house on Easter morning to go walking in the Easter parade.
Gosh, it's quite a walk to Judith's house. Am I nervous? How do I look? All my coat buttons buttoned? Yep. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, all buttoned. Boy, and wait till Judith sees these shoes. I bet she's never seen them buttoned up in the back before. Gosh, there's Judith's brother in the window. You-hoo, Mrs. Jones!
Yes?
Is Judith going walking with me in the Easter parade?
Oh, it's the Hope boy.
Mm-hmm.
Still working in the livery stable?
Nope.
Then come in the house. Just a minute, I'll open the front door.
Well, he's afraid. How do we look?
Are you... Judith! Your young man's here.
Coming, Mother. Oh, hello, Robert.
Oh, happy Easter morning, Judith. Come to take you walking in the Easter parade.
Robert, where's your manners? Why do you always keep your hat on your head?
Well, there ain't no place home. I can leave my bullfrog. Yes, sir. Got him trained, too. Tip it, Herman. See?
Oh, Robert, you're so clever.
Yeah. Hey, I got a surprise for you. I brought you a real live rabbit. Got it right here in my shirt.
A rabbit? Oh, let me see him.
All right. Whoops. Missed him that time. Get him the next time around.
Well, come on, let's get started, Robert, if we're going for a walk. I want to show off my new clothes. We're going, Mother.
All right, dear, go ahead. But listen, young man, if you take my daughter into the park to pick flowers...
Yes, ma'am.
Pick 'em.
Goodbye, Mom.
Gosh, Judith, beautiful day, isn't it?
Yeah. Gee, I'm proud to be walking in the Easter parade with you. You know, Robert, I like your suit so much.
Listen, Judith, when Sears Roebuck puts something on one of the colored pages, it's really something.
You got some kind of new stickum on your hair, haven't you, Robert?
Yep, keeps every hair in place. It's called Stay Good. You just put it on and let it gel.
Is it much trouble?
Oh, only nice getting it back in the jar. Gosh, kind of warm walking in the Easter parade.
Well, why don't you take off your mackinaw?
No, the earmuffs and mittens come off with it.
Oh, Robert, jump over that fence and get me that sunflower.
Okay.
That's it. Now come back.
Oops, ripped my pants. Better keep the sunflower myself.
Robert,
What?
do you think we'll ever get married?
Married? Oh, gee, shucks. Gee whiz, oh, God.
Robert, come down from that tree and answer my question.
Say, Judith, today we better settle once and for all. Who's your boyfriend, me or that sissy, Rufus Carpenter?
Why, you are, Robert.
And in school, why do you copy your examination from him?
Because I don't want to flunk. Besides, I like Rufus Carpenter. Oh, say, that's him crossing the street towards us. Isn't he handsome?
Handsome. Take away his cheese, and what have you got?
Oh, quiet, Robert. Here he comes. Hello, Rufus. You walking in the Easter parade?
Yes. Don't you think Mother dressed me nicely?
We may be wrong about him, you know. He looks sweet, doesn't he? Is that a collar you're wearing, or did somebody stick your head through a doily?
Now listen, Beetlehead, I'll knock you so far down in your pants you can lace up your face.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Copycat. Say, you keep away from here. Judith's with me.
Oh, yeah? Come on, Judith. You and me is going to take a walk.
Say, you can't bulldoze me. I'm coming, too.
Now, boys, be friends. Rufus, behave yourself.
Oh, I got a good mind to hit him one.
Why, Rufus, you're a big bully picking on Robert. He's so much smaller than you are.
Well, sure, as long as he stands there on his knees.
I'll tell you what let's do. Let's go down to the drugstore and get a soda.
Yeah, you ain't coming with us, Hope.
Oh, no, I'm not scared of you, you big punk.
Oh, please don't fight.
Why, I'll tear him apart.
Oh, my.
All over, and he never laid a hand on me.
That's right, Robert. Come down from that tree.
Thank you, Judy, Elvia Allman, and Ken Carpenter. And, fellas, here's Judy doing that big favorite with our command performance customers all over the world, Over the Rainbow.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way on, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebird I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me. Let troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, birds fly over the rainbow, like and I. If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, oh, why can't I?
Thank you, Judy Garland. Thanks for the memory of all you guys so true to the old red, white, and blue who hit the land and sea and air and every day come through. We're so proud of you. Well, men, this is Bob Hope saying so long from the USA, where right now it's the time of the year when women are doing their spring cleaning while their men are overseas cleaning house. Good night.
This is Ken Carpenter making a final entry to the effect that this program was arranged with the cooperation of the Hollywood Victory Committee. Command Performance is produced for you men of the Armed Forces of the United Nations by the Special Service Division of the War Department of the United States of America.